Welcome to the most intense mini golf video yet. I will be stuck on the Islander mini golf course until I hole in one every single one of the 9 holes, which could take a bit. But that's why we're here in Islamorada, Florida for the next day, trying to hole in one every mini golf hole. Not even joking, this was my first attempt. No script at all. Just pure skill, I guess. Not smile on my face because I thought hole 2 was going to be easy, and it was not. Short answer.
That was the first one that got up and sat just short of it.
Stop the cap.
2 for 10 more minutes. The attempts kept racking up, time after time. Couldn't even make it up the hill. In every miss, I grew more frustrated. I knew something had to change. But then, out of nowhere, a big flash ended everything temporarily.
Oh, big flash.
Look at that big flash of lightning right there. I was able to get a picture of it, but it forced me to come in for a couple hours. But then I came out even hungrier. But just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, a lake formed right in the middle of the path I needed to take to get to the hole. This made getting a hole in one here 10 times more hard. And even though I said I would come back hungrier, that didn't change a thing. Attempts kept racking up, and sooner or later, I looked at my watch, half an hour had flown by again. And even though things were looking down, I managed to find a revelation. Much like NASCAR in Las Vegas, we had to put it up high on the hill so it would carry more speed coming off toward the hole.
It's like Vegas. You need the high.
You've got to get a hold of yourself.
And once I figured out the method, all the good shots just kept coming one after another. Take a look at these shots here I used doing the Vegas method, top to bottom, carrying the most amount of speed possible, but still nothing in the hole yet. After 30 minutes on hole 2, nothing relenting here, still going on. And after many attempts in the pouring rain, this happened magically.
Go. Is that it? That's it! Oh my god! That's it! That felt freaking good. We hit it max on the hill. Let's go, dude. This is hole 3. Starts with a tee shot, and you have this water hazard here. Not sure it's supposed to be there, but then we keep going. Here you wind, and it's gonna seems like we've taken that route before. We'll wind, and then boom, straight up.
But the one thing I didn't realize was that water on hole 3 practically made it impossible to get a hole in one, and that ended up shutting things down for the night as I was not able to do anything for the moment.
That's right, crazy kids. We're back in paradise. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this right here. We're back. Hole 3. We're ready to rock this today. Let's go.
Good morning. Sun, isn't this great? Blue skies, fresh cut grass, birds chirping.
You're gonna recite me a poem easy. Jeez, you love this golf stuff, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's right. I came out that morning like Chubbs and Happy Gilmore, ready to take it on here. And all the good attempts came early. Here are some of the best ones I got. Evil right there. But since the water went away, that made things 10 times easier. And after all the good attempts, this is what finally happened. It's basically a simple, just ramp it up here. Our good luck didn't stop at hole 3, as hole 4 was even better than hole 3, making it a record time in only 8 minutes. But I grew more nervous as the people in the back grew closer to coming on to hole number 4, which would make me stop for at least a couple of minutes. Even though hole 4 was done in a short amount of time, there were still a fair amount of close calls before I made it for real.
Oh, wow. Dude. That was close. Off the camera. That was so close again. I don't know what to do. This attempt was the very next one after the last one you just saw. Notice no celebration after I just made it that time, because I knew we still had work to do ahead of us.
This is hole 5. Very interesting. So it's done like this. You go up the big hill, down it, and this is where you're going to get level. You're going to get level the whole look. It's on a slope. Right here, it'll slide off. Right here, it'll slide off. So, hole 5, gonna get pretty interesting, and there's the hole.
I was correct about hole 5 being interesting. I compared that to hole 2 because both are the most underrated holes on the entire course. They both gave me a very good run for my money, but I was not going down without a fight. But after only 6 minutes of attempts on hole 5, I ran into a massive problem. People were coming on to hole 5, which meant I would have to stop what I'm doing and let them play through. This took up a large amount of time. And after 20 minutes of sitting around and waiting, I was finally allowed to go back and continue to struggle. Hole 5 was a doozy for sure. Nothing changed before or after the timeout, and I grew more frustrated after every miss, because no shot really got even close to going into the hole. But then, out of nowhere, even watching these clips back now, I still don't even know how this went in. But out of nowhere, this shot was magical. The most clutch shot I've done all day.
Here we go.
Hole 5. Out of nowhere. Hole 6. Absolute mammoth. Look at this. Go uphill. Up a big hill, and you gotta carry that speed to go down. Standing under the hole right there. That's what's
But I quickly came to realize that hole 6 was an absolute mammoth, exactly like I said. We went from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows. Hole 6 was the low point of my day, and I quickly realized that it was going to take some expert craftsmanship to get hole 6 to go. And not only was hole 6 hard, but it was compounded by the fact that there were more people coming onto the course every 10 minutes. And I had to stop for 15 more minutes and stop and wait for everybody to finish. But even after that, more people just kept on coming. And after we resumed playing, nothing got better. In fact, it got worse. And I decided to throw in the towel on hole 6 after careful research deciding that it was impossible to hole-in-one hole 6. I know you guys are going to be mad about that, but if you want me to do a forfeit, then just leave it down in the comments, because we got more video coming, and you don't want to miss it.
I don't see it being possible. Say home Austin.
And I thought that moving on to hole 7 would just put an end to all my troubles. Instead, it just compounded them. I had to wait 20 more minutes to get onto hole 7, so I just took that time to take some photos and record for the video. But by the time hole 7 was open and ready for business, there was only 30 minutes left I had to complete the challenge. So I knew I had to step it up. And I tried my best to step it up, but hole 7 was just a puzzle. It took too long to solve. And these were my closest ones, but the time ran out at the end, and I was able to get a last-second buzzer beater to save the day, but there were still 2 holes I was unable to complete. After 15 grueling minutes of near misses, I picked a good one to end on. What's gonna do in here for this one? Thank you all for watching this one here, mini golfing at Islander Mini Golf Course. I want to thank them for letting me do this. I saw there 8 hours doing this, but yeah, thank you all for watching. And leave some down for me to do, because I did not complete all these holes here, so leave some down for me to do. We'll have some more hole-in-one challenges coming up here. Smuggler's Cove, probably up next. Peace.